the big thing that came out this week, according to an online scooper by the name of My Time to Shine Hello. I don't know if you guys have heard of her or not, but anyway, she's well known in the movie industry. She's been right on a lot of her scoops, but she's also been wrong at times. So take this with a grain of salt. But she's reporting that Hugh Jackman, who is currently 56 years old, will continue to play Logan the Wolverine in the MCU for, wait for it, the next 10 years. And some reports suggest that this includes a new trilogy of films potentially, whether that be two more Deadpool and Wolverine movies, or 3 X-Men films, or something completely different. He's also all but confirmed for the next 2 Avengers films on top of that, Doomsday and Secret Wars. So this news has led to some speculation that he needs the money for alimony payments due to his recent divorce. And while I feel for him if that's the case, if that means we get more of him as Wolverine, I call that a bright side for the fans anyway. I mean, he's in good enough shape, at least.
Like, how did he?
He's 56 years old.
I fucking wish. You understand
I know.
me?
I know. It's eat more chicken apparently, but I honestly,
eat more beef.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Looking at go ahead.
If you had the time and the money, to focus strictly on your body,
I agree.
You can make this happen.
Yeah, this is his full-time job. Yeah.
Yeah. That that waistband muscle. How you get that muscle?
I don't know.
Like, what's that muscle called?
The oblique? I don't know. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking a stab in the dark there, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. And I'm sure all the ladies are going, yeah, keep that picture up there. But but he's in good enough shape to where I think he could legitimately pull off the role for another 10 years. Maybe not exactly till he's 90.
No, but close to it.
But 10 more years? Absolutely. The amount of chicken that man has to eat has gotten to be astronomical. He says he eats it like crazy.
I gotta throw this in there. Look at RFK.
Yeah. He's 70-something.
Yeah.
70-something. Yeah.
Fucking wish, man.
I know. Just gotta, gotta get it together. I mean, you mean both, brother.
It's not like he was born into it. Like, he worked for it. So
exactly. And if you've watched Jackman over the years, he's worked into it too. And Jackman says he eats 6,000 calories a day to train for this role.
Jesus.
So that he's got to do a lot of weight training to burn that off too.
Yeah.
This news was also mentioned in some reports from even more reliable Hollywood insiders that Marvel Studios has indeed discussed making a Hulk versus Wolverine film. And those same insiders say that film could potentially begin shooting as early as this year. So this is getting fast-tracked potentially.
If that's real, sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean,
Hulk versus Wolverine movie? Yes.
I mean, either way, the talk is that the Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars will tease and plant the seeds for this potential showdown. Perhaps a small fight between the two and the major confrontation being saved for this film. So you could get a little tease of it in the next year or so, and then get the main showdown in a Hulk versus Wolverine film. I mean, who knows? I mean, they literally teased this already in Deadpool and Wolverine. And I don't know about any of you, but I'd be extremely excited to watch these two icons in the world of comics square off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, good Lord, yeah. Dude. I mean, as long as it's Rageful Hulk, not Professor Hulk.
But you'll get Rageful Hulk, because that's
we'll get it back.
Why it happened.
Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron.
But which Hulk is it going to be? Is it going to be Mark Ruffalo? Is it going to be...
sounds like going to be Ruffalo. Yeah, the current one we have.
I don't know the other few guys' names.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric Bana played him once, and Edward Norton played him in the 2008 film. But yeah, Ruffalo's the one currently. So yeah.
Or we can go back all the way to the original and be Luther Rigno.
Hey, he might have a cameo, no doubt about it.
See him.
Another guy who's still in great shape.
Yeah. I got to see him at Comic-Con when I went to Comic-Con. Cool guy. Huge fans. I shook his hand. I was like, "Yo, that's a big dude."
Yeah.
Does his hand engulf your hand?
Yeah, he's a big dude. It was really cool though. Anyway,
well, you'd have to be to pull off that for sure. But who knows? Maybe we will actually get a legitimate Old Man Logan film. I mean, Even though Logan, the movie Logan, was loosely based on that comic run already. But in the next 10 years, Hugh Jackman would literally be old enough to pull off this comic book run. They also teased in Deadpool and Wolverine for a few seconds. So, yeah, I mean, that could be great, too. I mean, there's a lot of things you can still do with Hugh Jackman getting into his 60s before too much longer. So if this rumor proves to be true and Jackman continues to play the character for another decade, he'd set the bar high in the category of same actors continuously playing a comic book character for a grand total of 35 years. He's already at 25 years.
He was so young back then.
Oh, I know, man. Look at that. This could just be the beginning for Hugh Jackman's version of the character. Thoughts on him potentially playing Wolverine for another decade?
I want them to retell the Weapon X story
from scratch. I mean, they kind of did it a couple times already.
Yeah, but like, Marvel doing it though?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were like thinking that Hugh Jackman will still continue to play Wolverine. Even look how young he looks here, by the way.
Wow.
Not as shredded. This is the first X-Men film in 2000. A lot of people thought that maybe Jackman would continue to play Wolverine going into the new MCU after Secret Wars is rebooted, so to speak, and then maybe Laura X-23 might continue as the young version of like a Wolverine character. We'll have to wait and see if that ends up playing out. But yeah. I mean, I'd be excited for more Hugh Jackman. I love him as the character, and it's hard to see him or anybody else play the role like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Mm-hmm. But eventually, you would think it would happen. But if he's still willing to play it for 10 years, let him do it.
Man, because like the only other person I would have accepted at this point is Henry Cavill. When we saw him in
the Cavalrine,
yeah, make that a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great too. But this mask, by the way, more of this, please.
Yes.
For sure. So, I'd be down for more Deadpool and Wolverine movies. But they made it, the report almost made it sound like it would be like a whole new trilogy of something, but maybe it's like Hulk and Wolverine. Maybe Wolverine just teaming up in films for 3 more films, with other people. So that could be great too. I mean,
what I want the standoff of Deadpool to be? Deadpool kills Marvel.
Oh, that'd be sweet. I mean, hell, they could almost do that with Secret Wars. Deadpool, destroys the universe and a new universe is created. I mean, I don't know how you pull that off, but you can maybe do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it fit with the Secret Wars storyline, but yeah, that'd be one way to do it. I mean, he was literally being held by Thor in Deadpool, Wolverine, and Thor crying. So there's something there that we don't know about yet.
Yeah.
So you figure they got to at least tie that in for sure.
Man, that was a good movie, man.
That was a great movie. But yeah, if Hugh Jackman sticks around, I think. What do you think, Aaron? Do you think Hugh Jackman sticking around would be a good thing?
I mean, yeah, because I just look at like when they try to bring in a new character in any sort of hero franchise, it's kind of clunky. I mean, and then people start to get used to that new person, and then they kick him with the curb, and it's kind of obnoxious. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be a breath of fresh air to have somebody continue in a role, at least until it makes sense story-wise, to pass the buck off to someone else,
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
But also, too, like, there's just certain roles that fit certain people in certain aspects or certain movies. Denzel Washington makes a great good guy, bad guy in every movie he's been in. Equalizers are fucking dope, by the way, but he fits that role. We saw Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Jesus. At first, it was like, oh, okay, cool. But you see their personality come out somewhat in the character. There are certain characters, certain people's, because of their personality, fit a certain role. And I feel like Hugh Jackman killed it in the first X-Men movie as Wolverine, to where now the older, grizzled, he called him Bub. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's always been his thing, Bub.
Yeah, but it's not something that's always been put on the screen. Like, by all intents and purposes, Wolverine is a beaten down man. And you got to think about it. He's been alive for a long time. So, like, he's been through wars and all this other shit. He's lost. So but he needs to reflect that. And, like, I feel like Hugh Jackman reflects that. I'm not saying Hugh's been through all that shit, but you get what I mean. Like, he just, the way he presents himself, there's something to Wolverine that you will never know about because he'll never tell you, because you don't mean that much to him. And for the ones who do find it out, like the relationship he has with Jean Grey, you see, Hugh Jackman pulls it off, is what I'm saying. So I think it'd be hard to replace that. But Cavill's a guy who, like, when you see him, you see Wolverine as that character. But could he pull it off the way Hugh Jackman can? That's the real test of it all.
And here's what I think happened too. When he made Logan, and I'm not gonna lie, I like Logan, but I remember the first time I saw Logan and it ended the way it did in that somber way. I was kind of sad because I was like, I mean, for one, it's like when Tony Stark died at the end of Endgame. You don't want to see one of your favorites go away, right? So I was kind of sad that that's the way Hugh Jackman's going to leave the character, which I respected, you know. So I've grown to like that movie more over time. But and he's even said in interviews he legitimately was done after Logan, right? But then Disney bought Fox. And I think what happened, because Hugh Jackman has been on record as saying in the past before the buyout that he said that he would have loved to have been a part of the Avengers stuff they were doing over the MCU, but never could do so because Disney didn't own the X-Men rights. Well, now they do. And I think Hugh Jackman realized, hey, I could actually get to play in that sandbox that I've never got to play in that before. And I think now maybe some personal life issues and stuff, maybe needs the money. I don't know. But even if that's not the case, that whole prospect of that would be intriguing to stick around for another decade, if you ask me. So if that's the case, hey, sometimes life works in crazy ways and we may be able to reap the benefits for it. Mike also said the longer he sticks around, the more older he gets, and it might be hard to erect those claws. Or as you know,
that's wild.
Whiskey dick of the claws, like Deadpool said. But that's what he said.
He did say he had performance issues.
Performance issues, you know, 1 hour 5. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm all down for this, and hopefully we'll get to see more Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. But again, that's a rumor for now, so take it as a great assault. Thank you for checking out this clip of the Dragon's Den podcast. If you like what you saw here, please consider checking out our live podcast almost every single Friday night here on the channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until our next video, guys, take care and God bless.